Okay, so I was gonna do a video on bed prep, but it's a bit too windy outside to record for this. So I'm in my tunnel right now, and I'll just record a video on tomatoes, specifically pruning. That's like the #1 question I always get asked at the farmer's market is, how do you prune tomatoes? So first things first, you want to trellis and stake your tomatoes. So I just pounded some stakes in every 3 plants. Plants are planted 16 inches apart. And now these guys are ready for their first pruning. So this is pruned, and we're gonna get this plant to look like this plant. All right, so first things first is you need to identify your main stem of your plant. So the main stem is going to be usually and mostly the thickest stem that grows straight up into the main growing tip, which is going to be this one right here. That's the main growing tip. So you just follow the stem down. Actually, it actually tapers off. So you see that? So this is actually the main stem right here, and that's actually a sucker that grew out. So main stem's going to be this, and then that's actually a sucker. So now, let me get low. So you have your main stem here, right? And then you have all these leaves growing out to the side. So this is a sucker, and then, so we'll remove that one for now. And now here is where you can identify a leaf. That's a leaf. And then in the armpit, in the junction to where the leaf extends out, in that notch in the corner, the armpit, I call it the armpit, is going to be a sucker, and you want to take that guy out. Same on the other side. You're gonna have a leaf here, and then in the armpit, you're gonna have a sucker. I'm gonna take that guy out. So now it's clean. Me personally, I like to keep the bottom 6 to like 5 inches of the plant without any leaves, any suckers, nothing like that. One, it creates good airflow in the bottom when the plants get really big. And secondly, you don't want leaves touching the soil, because the soil is where all of your diseases are at. So when you have a wet soil and then your leaves are touching it, you can contaminate your plants. So, you know, I like to keep the first 6 inches bare, and then we work our way up and remove all the suckers. So now, it's starting to look like it's a neighbor. So now here is a leaf. I mean, that's a leaf right here. That's a leaf. And there's a small little sucker growing in the armpit. We're gonna just pluck them out. Same here, this is a leaf. And you can see there's a little small sucker starting to grow. So since we're here, we might as well pluck that out. Now, it can get intimidating when you get into bigger suckers because you risk actually damaging the plant. So you can take a pair of shears, or you could still do it by hand. So again, identify your main stem. Main stems would be the thick stem. And then here it goes off to the left. And then right here there's a leaf. And then you have your sucker growing right there in the middle. Now, this, you have to be very careful. It's hard to do it with one hand, but try to support the main plant and just snip. Oh, I took the leaf off. That's fine. But we'll just make sure that we don't take anything else, any more leaves. But we'll take that sucker off right there. That guy was right there. And now we'll leave that plant just like that. So yes, it looks kind of naked. It doesn't look as full. But this is gonna help encourage the plant to grow tall, and you know, because the plant's like, oh damn, you know, I've been damaged. I need a repair. I need to rejuvenate. So what it's gonna do is gonna grow taller. It's gonna grow more flowers, and it's actually gonna grow bigger fruit. We stop pruning when the plants are about maybe 3 feet tall, and from there on, we just let them go. So that's basically how you prune a tomato plant, and you just want to make sure. So let's just say hypothetically you accidentally pinched off the main tip, the main growing tip. That's okay. You can let another sucker take over. So let me see if I can show you guys an example. I won't do it, but I'll just show you. So let's just say here's your main stem here growing, and then your center tip will be this right here. That's your center growing tip, because why? You can see the main stem and it curves off to the left. That's gonna be your growing tip. There's actually buds growing right there for flowers. Let's say I accidentally rip that off, right? That's my main tip, but now I have this sucker here that's growing, which can also act as a growing tip. So if you accidentally rip off the main tip of the plant, you can just let a sucker take over that position, and then that sucker will become the new growing tip of the plant. I hope that makes sense, and I hope you guys understand. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Like, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks.